Hey, what's up everybody? Rick here, and welcome to vlog number 2. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, No Man's Sky, the game that launched on Friday, and man, everybody just can't stop talking about this game, for better or worse. So, No Man's Sky launched Tuesday, technically. Everybody who has a PS4, you guys were able to play it before us PC slobs. But finally, we got our chance to play it on Friday at 10 a.m. and my goodness, everybody was just chomping at the bit. Everybody wanted to stream it and post videos, and oh man, people could not be more upset. And I would say the biggest news on Friday was Total Biscuit trying to stream and having to just end his stream in frustration. About 25,000 people watching this stream, and he was so frustrated with the frame rate issues and the frame drops, and just the game had a lot of problems right out the gate. And he got so frustrated, he just quit his stream. And a lot of people started bandwagoning behind Total Biscuit, saying like what a piece of crap this game is, comparing it to Arkham Knight. Those of you guys who are familiar with Arkham Knight, you know that the PC port was plagued with issues that didn't get knocked out for quite some time. Apparently the game is very playable on PC now, but it got off to a very bad start, and so the game has sort of been tainted ever since the PC release. So it seemed like No Man's Sky was destined for failure right out the gate. Now I will say, when I first logged on, moments after the game went live, I did experience some stuttering, some frame drops, and now I've got 2 videos on my main channel. And video number 1, some of you guys said that you guys did notice some frame drops in the video, but if they were there, they were very mild. Graphically, the game seems to run just fine on my computer. I don't know if that's a consequence of just me having a computer that's really capable of running this, or of patches that the developers have made over the last couple days. But I will say that the game is very playable. Now, that being said, I do have some issues with the game. This goes beyond the issue of frame drops or anything like that. Just the content itself. Personally, I feel that the game seems incomplete. Just last night, I was talking with Ash, Price, and Jasmine, because we're all playing this game now, and we were talking about how this game feels like an early access game, and it does. And if this was an early access game, and this wasn't a AAA title, if we paid a fraction of the price, say $30 instead of $60, would we feel like we were getting our money's worth? Yes, I feel like I would be getting my money's worth. But because we paid $60 and because this was published by Sony, a big name was backing this game, people had very high expectations for this game. And it seems like our expectations have been dashed a little bit. There's a fun game there somewhere. If you're into just exploring and learning the lore of this universe that you're in, learning words, learning how to speak with the local alien life, you know, it's a fun game, and there's a lot to discover and explore in this. But the game still feels really empty. For instance, episode number 1 on my channel ended with me finding a space station orbiting the planet that I'd spawned on. Now, I got really excited to get into this space station. I docked and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to meet the aliens on board. But there weren't aliens on board. There was an alien. One guy in this entire space station that I can speak with. And he taught me a few new words, and, you know, I got to know him a little bit better, this Viking alien guy. But as far as like trade goes on these space stations, that's all done through like this trade console, this like computer terminal. And there's really no alien life to be seen on these space stations, with the exception of one lonely alien who's apparently the sole proprietor of these space stations. And this is replicated throughout the game. You'll find an outpost on a planet, one alien on the outpost. You'll find these things all throughout the universe, and inevitably they're populated by a single alien. And it just makes the entire world, the entire universe, just seem void of life. You would think that these space stations would be a hub of activity, but they're not. It just seems very dull. So I wish that it just seemed more alive. Like, for instance, Mass Effect. You know, Mass Effect, there was life, hustle and bustle in these cities. You really felt like the environment was alive, and there's just not a lot of that in No Man's Sky. For all these criticisms, I don't want to make it sound like I'm not enjoying this game. I am. I'm enjoying the game. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it for the channel. I've got 2 episodes on the channel as of right now, and I'm going to continue to go until we get to the center of the galaxy. We are going to discover what is there together. But I will just say that I had very high expectations for the game, and they've been brought down a little bit. And I'm hoping that more content will be included in the game in some future updates, and I would be surprised if there wasn't, honestly. It sounds like Sean Murray is really passionate about the game that he wanted to put out. Personally, me editorializing, I guess that's what this entire thing is. It's just me editorializing. But anyway, my personal opinion is that something like this happened with Hello Games. Sony approaches Sean Murray and says, hey, we like what you got here. We want to invest in your game, and we will really publish the hell out of this thing. And Sean Murray said, that sounds fantastic. Yes, let us team up. And then Sony hyped the shit out of this game. Now, Sean Murray and his small team were like, oh man, now we really need to knock this thing out of the park because expectations are wildly high. And they tried the best they could to get out a game that they thought would match the expectations that everybody had, but their team is very small, and their quality assurance team is very, very small. And so, despite their best efforts to deliver a game that they hoped would just satisfy everybody's cravings, the bar was just set too high. It was just set too high. And I feel like they want to meet those expectations, and they will try to deliver on that. But as far as what they have now, they just have not been able to meet those. I feel like this isn't a situation where they were just trying to get a cash grab. They didn't just want to like deliver a game and just try to cash in on it. I feel like Sean Murray honestly wanted to do the best that he could, and he still wants to do the best that he can. It's just an issue of them biting off more than they can chew, I guess. That's my opinion. So with that being said, take it easy on Sean Murray, internet, okay? Everybody's just really, they're calling him a liar and a piece of shit and all sorts of crazy stuff, but I think the guy is a fine guy, okay? He tried the best he could. He failed a little bit, but come on, let's not bite his head off, okay? That being said, let's enjoy No Man's Sky together, okay? Despite its shortcomings, there's still a decent game there. It's got the meat and potatoes of a decent game, and we're still gonna have fun playing it, all right? We're gonna just make lemonade out of these lemons. You got it? Okay, moving on. Done with No Man's Sky talk. We're done with that. We're gonna talk about Melanie's surgery because that is a thing that just happened, and I want to keep you guys clued in because you guys were so sweet to offer your love and support during this very trying time, and it finally came. The day of the surgery finally came, and it was successful. The doctors, they went in through her nose, and they took out that tumor, and she was in the hospital for a few days, but she's such a champion of recovery. She was supposed to stay in the hospital for 4 days. She got out in 3, and now she's home. She's recovering. It's going well. So in a few weeks, she'll be back up to 100%. As of right now, she's just taking it easy. But she does want you guys to know how much she appreciates all of the love and support that you guys have shown. You guys have been awesome. And it's been incredible. It's been incredible to have this outpouring of support from you guys. I've said it often, and I'll say it again, I feel like our Stumpt fans are the best fans on the internet. We are blessed to have you guys around, and I hope to have you guys around for a lot longer. Okay, so what to talk about next? How about 7 Days to Die? A game that we talked about last week, sure, but I'm still having a blast playing it, and I just want to remind you guys that though the Twitch schedule last week was a little bit messed up, I was supposed to stream it on Friday with Jasmine. I apologize because Melanie got out of the hospital a day early. I had to go and actually pick her up on Friday, which is why I couldn't be there for the Twitch stream, but I do still plan on streaming I was gonna say No Man's Sky. I don't plan on streaming No Man's Sky. I do still plan on streaming 7 Days to Die with Jasmine, and you guys can look forward to me streaming on Monday. I will definitely be there for a stream on Monday, and we'll stream together on Friday as well. So if you guys are into 7 Days to Die, make sure to be at twitch.tv/StumptGamers at 2 p.m. Pacific time on Monday and on Friday. You guys can come watch us play, and we're learning a lot with this game. We're playing on our own private server in our downtime, and my goodness, we got past day 21 together, and my goodness, the zombie hordes that come on day 21. You guys heard about feral walkers, feral zombies? Well, I met them on day 21, and those things are intense. I looked them up on the wiki, and apparently they're tougher than bears. So if you guys haven't been watching 7 Days to Die, check out the videos that we posted on the Stumpt channel, on this here very channel, and come watch us at the Twitch stream. It'll be a ton of fun. And thank you for everybody who offered suggestions in the last comments of the last vlog. I read those, and very helpful. Suggesting different YouTubers to go check out was very helpful. I've learned a lot from those. And speaking of you guys giving suggestions in the comments, last week I was talking about my favorite TV shows of the week, right? And I was talking about Penny Dreadful, right? I watched the first 2 episodes and I was really stoked on this show, and I was like, man, this may be one of my new favorite shows. I'm a little less stoked on it now, to be honest. The first couple episodes started strong, but then they sort of petered out by the end. So I will say that my hype for Penny Dreadful has been tempered a little bit. But my new hype is the new Netflix series called The Get Down. Now, if you guys haven't checked out The Get Down yet, and some of you guys may not be into it, if you guys aren't into rap music or open-minded to rap music, then maybe it's not your cup of tea, but it takes place in 1977, and it's kind of about the birth of hip-hop in the South Bronx. And oh my god, it's like the style of the TV show is so great, and the acting is really great, and it's sort of a musical too. There's a lot of like hip-hop musical numbers in it, but The Get Down, that's my new jam. I love that show. And what kind of suggestions did you guys give me last week? I got a lot of Doctor Who suggestions, because I was like, what shows are you guys into? What should I check out? I've totally watched Doctor Who. I haven't watched every episode, but definitely, I like Doctor Who. One of you guys suggested Supernatural as well, and I'm not opposed to Supernatural, but you know who loves Supernatural? Price and Jasmine. Jasmine especially. She loves that show. And one of you suggested Ash versus the Evil Dead, and I can't believe I haven't watched this show yet. I remember when that show came out, and I was like really hyped about it, and I sort of forgot about it. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back and check that out, because I do love the Evil Dead movies. Bruce Campbell, can't really go wrong with that guy, can you? So thank you for those suggestions, and my suggestion for TV this week is The Get Down. If you guys haven't gotten down with The Get Down yet, get down with it. It's awesome. Netflix, if you guys have it, go watch it. It's only 8 episodes. As far as game suggestions go, I said that I was going to put Civ on hold for a little bit while I play No Man's Sky, and what should I play in the interim? A couple things were reoccurring suggestions, one of which was Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Now, that game looks hilarious. I think that we should definitely play that. That game looks really funny and fun to play. But also, a lot of you guys suggesting Rimworld, and this is a game that I think is in full release on Steam. If not, then they just released it on Steam, and I checked it out, and it's crazy. This game is nuts. It looks really simplistic, but there's so much complexity to that game, and once I learn it, I'm gonna watch a few videos on it, I'm gonna get familiar with it, I'm gonna play it a little bit in my downtime. Once I kind of understand the workings of it, I would love to do a series of Rimworld on Stumpt Rick. So if you guys are down with that, let me know in the comments. Does that sound good? A Rimworld series? I think that could fit pretty well with our style of games. What else? Oh! If you guys haven't wished Ash a happy birthday yet, his birthday was on Friday. We just went out for birthday drinks with him last night. That guy's 31 years old, so it's just a few days late. If you guys haven't wished him a happy birthday yet, then pop on over to his Twitter. I'll go ahead and like tag it right here. This is Ash's Twitter right there. Go say happy birthday to the guy. It'll make his day, I'm sure. And thank you guys for checking out my vlog. This has been fun. I enjoy doing this with you guys every week now. So if you guys liked it, give it a like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And come back next week when I'll have another vlog. And I'll see you later this week on my No Man's Sky series. All right, guys?